whole nother level. So open your ears, we've been putting it down like this for so many years. We done switched gears, so now we wrecking the scene. Cause if you want it, we got it. We done record it loud, and we on a whole nother level. So open your ears, we've been putting it down like this for so many years. We done switched gears, so now we wrecking the scene. Cause if you want it, we got it. We done
Let's get back to business, man. What's up, Sumo?
What's going on, OG?
What's up, man?
I want to say happy birthday to you first.
Man, thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you for bringing us back together. Well, I want to say thank y'all for the opportunity you gave me as the youngest in y'all circle. You know what I'm saying? They was able to come and learn how to be, first of all, a man.
Okay.
A man of your word.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then learn how to make money out of product instead of scrambling and rambling my way through the streets.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Believing in me enough to trust me with things that I know I didn't pay for.
Right.
But I got to treat like it was my own.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I appreciate that first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because when I came to Screen Up Records, I didn't know anything about the music industry. I didn't know nothing about, I just knew I wanted to rap, and I knew J.I. was one of the best rappers I had ever seen in my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all embraced me like a team. Y'all taught me to do more. Y'all taught me to believe in myself. And I just want to thank you.
Hey, man, no problem,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Hey, and I'm proud of you, too, man. I see you over there at Swisher House doing your thing, still putting out records. Hey, man, you still doing it. That make me proud. You know what I'm saying? That make me feel like I did something back then. It just wasn't for nothing.
No,
you
not
feel
at
me?
all. Not at all, man.
Right.
I got new records out right now. Sumo World Big North album is out right now doing numbers. We 553,000 streams on the album. We 80,000 streams on the last video I did with T-Pain's artist Young Cash. And we constantly working, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to say thank you, man. I want to just, can I tell my Screen Up record story?
Yeah, you can tell your story. Let's introduce everybody first. But let me say this, though, before you get that kicked off, introducing everybody. All that north and south stuff, man, we ain't having that here, man. It's about being unified, right? This ain't no north side, south side. This H-time, right? You feel me? Swisher House, south side, all that same thing. Screwed up, click.
Most definitely, man.
Most definitely.
So first I'm going to introduce my brother and definitely another one of my OGs, Jay to the East Side.
Hey, man, they call me J.I. from the south side of Houston, Texas. First of all, salute to my OG, triple OG.
Appreciate you, brother.
Greg, the go-to guy, man, but that's on some whole nother level. My guy to my left, Young Bizzle, the boy that's gonna play you like a fiddle.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's the hardest hustling guy that I know. To my right is my OG, triple OG, Clip. God, man. Man, it's so good to see this young man right here, man. Like, you don't even know, man. Like, you gave me chills when I saw you, dog.
I'm going to tell y'all one thing. This dude here going to bring some passion
This
to
guy
the
right
screen.
here.
Yes, Lord.
This
right
was
now.
DMX before it was DMX. You know what I'm saying?
Chill talk.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
Lord.
look, who gonna take this thing first,
Well,
man?
I'm just gonna say salute, man. Thank you for everything, all the opportunities that you gave us, man. Like I said, we squatted up, we had a vision, we put the vision in motion, and we saw results. You know what I'm saying? And now it's 20 years later, and we looking back on what we did.
Okay.
Which was a great thing.
Yeah, it was a great thing.
It was a great thing. It changed lives. It put things in us that we didn't have before. I wasn't, I could rap, but I wasn't no salesman. You taught me salesman. You know what I'm saying? I remember we would go to them colleges and, hey man, go get them, make somebody CD, man. You know what I'm saying? Them boys didn't even have no money. We made people buy them CDs.
Straight up.
That was the hustle. But we acclimated the hustle with salesmanship.
Right.
And I had never been taught that.
Right,
before.
man. Well, look, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I had my little time in the street back in the past, but one thing I did know, you didn't have to be in the street, because see, here's the thing about that business in the street, right? It's all about buying for a low price and selling for a high price,
Bingo.
right? But you don't have to buy drugs to sell something at a higher price
Bingo.
than what you bought it for. That could be
Right.
anything. That could be music, a chain, a car. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just wanted to give what I didn't have, man. I didn't have nobody to lead me and show me the way to do certain things. So I had to get it, on my own, right?
Right.
So my dream was always to have a group of men. I really wanted my brother, my sister's sons, and all that, and my son also to work with me in this. It didn't work out. But I'm saying I still created a family of my own.
Bingo.
You know what I'm saying? To make this thing happen. So, man, I appreciate y'all being here. I love you guys. And I thank y'all for letting me do what I needed to do to make y'all shine, man. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you,
Yeah,
man.
100%. What's up, Clip?
Man, it's been a long road for me.
Yeah, it's been a long road, man.
My inspiration came when I used to see you drive the red Porsche with the tan interior when you had Porsche plates.
Okay.
And my brother used to work for you. I used to be like, damn, I want one of them cars, man. And you know, time passed, you get older and whatever. And I got inspired to do music, of course, through the greats like Tupac and dudes like that. But I ain't had no outlet. I was in the streets doing what I was doing, and I was able to run into you, the one of our mutual friends, Tony Hodges.
Right.
And you know, he brought me up to the studio, and shit, that was it.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, man, whether you know it or not, because sometimes we have gifts and we don't understand how powerful they are. You was a hell of a poet, bro.
Appreciate it.
Real talk, though.
Yes,
now that's hands down.
Hell of a
hands down, man. Hands down. Hands down. You know what I'm saying?
Hell of a
So you know, a lot of brothers get together and they don't really build each other up because we got a crab in the bucket mentality in our community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But anytime you work with me, that ain't happening, right? I'm all about uplift, and that's why we here today, right? So it's gonna be a continuation on where it left out long time ago. It don't necessarily have to be in the music business.
Mm-hmm.
It can be in a construction business, trucking business, whatever it is. That's what I'm about. I'm gonna die that way. You know what I'm saying? Now look, I had a break from all this stuff for a very long time. I was caught in a situation. But I'm free now. That's a whole nother story.
That's a whole nother story.
That's
a whole nother story.
Yeah.
Real talk. Ready to go to, guys.
Real talk.
We gonna plug that one.
Yeah. Well, you know, this gonna be featured on Real Talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna come back around to that one.
We're gonna roll the way back around to that.
Yeah.
So I just want to say this part, like, when I say taught me responsibility, right? I was very young, and you gave me a van. Y'all remember the black van?
Yeah, the black van.
I forgot about
with the rims,
with the
rims.
with the screened up record, piece on the side.
I forgot about that too. He brought that up when we first came. Man. I forgot about that.
We had two of them vans. We had one on the north side. We had one on the south side.
The white one on the south side.
The white one was on the south side. The
The
black one was on the north side.
Man, but that's crazy. I paid for a whole van that I forgot about.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, because all you did when you got it, both of y'all looked at me and said, "Hey, this for you."
Yeah.
Because Jay used to drop me off at the Fiesta on, was that Brazewood? Is that a Fiesta on Brazewood on the southwest side?
On the south side?
On the south, is it southwest?
That was South Main.
Yes,
South Main?
Yeah, South Main.
And I used to take boxes of his CD, like at least 200 of them every single day, and I sit out there and sell them and hit Jay on the phone.
And he was my best salesman. I had about 3 other guys I had doing that.
Yeah.
This guy, I would give him product on Friday, by Saturday night, gone.
See that? Look, see.
Gone.
You don't have to sell 3 for 10.
You don't have to.
You don't have to sell 3 for 10.
Man, he was a salesman. He was the best salesman I ever had.
And it took me like,
you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
it took me like 3 months, I believe, for y'all got the van, because I was riding with J2, J-Dub.
Yep, J-Dub.
You know what I'm saying?
He had the white van.
He had the white van. And so J-Dub used to take me to cornbread with him. He used to introduce me to everybody on the south side. He was like, y'all, this is our north side, brother. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, cool. And I used to hustle in the van with him. And then one day J-Dub said, listen, we ain't just selling just CDs, all right? I'm going to take you to Harvard. I'm going to show you something. And J-Dub took me to Harvard. We bought glasses. We bought high heels. We bought cologne.
Man,
Like,
you gonna have to bring J-Dub in a session, man.
I'm sorry, man. I should have reached out to him.
That dude was amazing,
hey,
man.
we bought watches.
I really tried to bring him in on a new company.
That dude was amazing,
but
man.
He had a stroke, man. And so he's trying to get himself back together.
Yeah,
but
he was amazing.
On the next
he was amazing.
Hey, man, when I say, go, oh, my bad, what happened?
No, I was just checking.
Yeah.
But when I say that he taught me how to go and get wholesale products from the other races and turn it into money the same day. And then when y'all came to me, I was like, okay, so J-Dub gonna stay out here and do this. We got something for you. And I came to your mama house.
Mm-hmm.
and Greg pulled up. Was it a Mustang?
Oh no, man.
I ain't no telling what he had because he
drop top
at that
Mustang,
particular time he had a clean ass white C10,
yes,
pearl white,
yeah.
clean ass
That's
C10.
And he hopped out and I was like, man, Greg.
He had that, and he had a Mercedes. He had a Mercedes.
That what you was in?
Bubble eye
You was
Mercedes.
in a bubble eye Mercedes that
Frog
day.
eye Mercedes.
And I remember telling Jay because I was like, because Jay was the first person I ever seen come through on Lorenzo's and on the Lexus.
Yeah.
Never seen that before.
Yeah.
In my hood, when he put up my hood, I'm from Vegas home. We country.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he
yeah.
drove down my street, my mama's street. The whole hood came outside.
Yeah.
For real. You know what I'm saying? And so when y'all gave me the keys, y'all was like, look, this is for you, but you gotta take care of this. This is your responsibility. It's paid for. But if something happened to it, you gotta fix it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I looked at you, Greg, and I was like, so I can, this mine. I can drive this every day.
Yeah.
I ain't gotta call Jay to pick me up no more. He's like, no, you taking this home with you. I'm like,
Wow.
and I just looked at it, and I was like, I felt like the little boy on South Side. I want to say thanks, right? You know, so again, I want to thank you because that made me, not only it made me respect the business we was in and let me know that you trusted me, but it made me have to respect myself and my word and made me responsible for something that I had to make sure it stayed in the same condition it was when we get. So when the tire busted, I didn't call him. I didn't call you.
Yeah.
You took care of it.
I did the oil change. I didn't call you. And I didn't call you.
Yeah.
I took care of it.
That was dope.
Yeah. And then when you called me, you like, yo, I need you to pull up over here so they could paint the screen up on it. I did exactly what you said. Went over there, got it done, and I towed the city up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you again.
Hey man, no problem, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I love you, man. I ain't look, man.
Real talk, man. Real talk.
No doubt about that.
And because I was the youngest, I felt like when I heard y'all music, I felt so impelled to want to rap. And I ain't gonna lie, and I'll say this on camera, I couldn't rap nowhere near y'all.
Oh, but wait a minute now. But you can sing though.
Man. Yeah.
Boy, you can sing.
I can sing. I admit that I could sing back then, but I could not rap.
I don't know, man. Ben,
No.
you was cold, man.
No.
We got some classics, man.
No.
We got some classics.
Listen, man. Listen, man. Look, big money. Don't play with me, all right?
Yeah.
Don't play with me.
That wasn't you and hustling and struggling. I still listen to that to this day.
Listen, but that's like 10 years later.
Yeah, but man, y'all
That's 10 years
murdered
later.
that.
We talking about when y'all the hot boys.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? When y'all taking over stuff, when y'all recording in the studio, and I'm sitting in the studio. What the studio was on the south side? You said it earlier. You know what was on Kirby?
That was on Alameda.
Alameda, yeah,
On
Alameda.
Alameda. Screen
Yeah.
was on Alameda. You made a little round the little side street. As soon as you
Because all I remember was a street called McCarthy.
Macawa.
Yeah.
you gotta come down
Yeah.
McCall and then make the left.
Yeah.
You come down.
Because
Alameda,
First
then
it was
get-
in
I mean,
it was
telephone,
in it
on
was in that
telephone.
rest.
Because
it
his
was in
brother had a
your-
929.
That was after.
And you
That was
just take
after.
me down
No.
to
Oh yeah, it
929.
was on the property.
Yeah,
It was on the property.
Yeah.
No, it was up there on Belford first. Then
Right. Then it went to the property.
Yeah,
Right.
pushing places on Belford.
It was
Yeah,
on
and then we moved
Belford
up
and Broadway.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Behind Long John Silver.
Right. Well, I have a question, man.
Go
Do
ahead.
y'all really know what made Screened Up Records come to reality?
I do.
What I want to see if they know though.
I have.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, I think you was putting screens in cars.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you,
You did have
he
an audio
put-
business.
He
Yeah.
put screens in my Expedition. I was one of the first people in Houston to buy a Ford Expedition. When I bought that truck, I didn't even know what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I took it to him to put some TVs in it. And he heard one of my demos that was inside of the tape deck. And he asked me to do a commercial for him. Now, what'd he say? Man, shout out my name on one of the Screened Up Records on one of them songs.
Yeah. Sure did.
And 2 days later, I had a studio appointment right after that, and I recorded the song. And I think it wasn't even a week. I brought that song to him.
Yeah.
And I let him hear that song, and it had Screened Up, unlimited screens.
Screens in it. Yeah.
I designed that song, and I put that limited screen right in there where he could hear it.
Yeah.
And he heard that song, and that was the birth of
That was
Screened
the
Up
first
Records.
Screened Up Records. A lot of people don't know that. You know, when they hear that, they think of, somebody might have been trying to ride Screwed Up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I wanted that told because that's where that came from. It
That's
really
where
wasn't
that came
nobody,
from.
really wasn't trying to make a record company. I really wanted a commercial done
For his
my
business.
Screens Up company.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Putting screens in cars.
I remember you having audio business.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Cause
No
your
doubt.
brother-in-law, did he have what kind of vehicle he had that got fixed up?
Which one?
Your sister
Philip.
Blue Eyes daddy.
Yeah, Philip. Philip
Yeah.
had a man, that boy had a clean Mazda B2000. And
Cause I remember we was in the yard comparing all the music and everything.
he the one that inspired me to get into cars and stuff like that. That's a whole nother segment.
Yeah.
We're gonna
What's
bring
up,
him
Clip?
in.
What's up?
Oh man, I'm just sitting here vibing, man.
Yeah, I know you vibing. Come on in here, man.
Yeah, come on in, man.
Come on
let's
in.
let's see how you
meet Greg?
did you phase into this system?
Well, I actually met Greg. I met Greg through my brother. My brother used to work for Greg when he had Porsche Place on Belford and Broadway. My brother Scotty used to work for him.
Yeah.
And I wasn't. I was a snot nose back then. So you know, and then time passed. You know, you grow older. You get into the streets. You start doing things that you shouldn't be doing, but you're doing it.
Right.
Kind of fell in. Yeah, they say kind of fell in love with rap music. That was our culture. That's what brought us up. Black kids at that time. That's what you heard. NWA, Ghetto Boys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Too Short.
Special Ed, Too Short.
Yeah.
I can remember one of the dudes we call in the city the Slab King.
Corey
Condre.
Blunt?
No,
Condre.
This
I
is
remember
before-
Condre.
This
Yeah.
is before Corey Blunt.
I remember Condre.
Condre.
Corey Blunt was holding.
Yeah,
But,
Condre was first.
Condre was like the
Him.
first Slab King.
Yeah.
I met
Right.
Condre at Oasis.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Ooh.
I met Condre at Oasis.
Condre, Mickey was a slab rider too.
Yeah.
Charlie
Yeah.
C.
Charlie C.
Charlie
At
C.
that time, he used to come through the crib. He used to come through the crib in he had a 79, 78 MC.
No,
White
that was
would
a
go-
Cutlass, baby.
It was a Cutlass.
White would
With
go-
the T-tops.
What you talking about, me?
Condre.
Condre.
Oh, okay.
Condre he had a white. He had a white MC with gold pearl. He had the tan interior, the
Ricks.
Park Avenue seats in it with the rag top with the roof in it on the 83s. You know that shit that thing
That's
kind of
inspirational.
Yeah.
It's mesmerizing.
Yeah.
So you know you grow up and you get into the world that's like, how can I have that?
Right.
You get into that world that I want to have that. I didn't know the capacity of it until I met Mike D, dude from Screwed Up Click. Mike D. Corleone.
Yeah.
He kind of gave me the game on what it was to really be in the streets, the danger of it.
Yeah.
Right.
And through him I met Bam. After that I met Greg. These guys gave me game on what it was to be. You ain't got to hustle. You ain't got to be in the streets to have money.
Yeah.
You can be legit and do these things. But in the midst of all that, I'm not gonna say lost, but curious.
Right.
And then, you get in, then I started writing music. Actually, I just started writing music. It was my brother, Scotty. It was a dude named Lou, and then this guy named Pimp Money, named Sherman Island from Sunnyside. They did a song called "What the World's Coming To." That's what actually inspired me to want to be a rapper. And I went to Shortstop Studios on Scott Street
Yeah.
with Detroit on, and they was rapping that song. They was like, "You want to rap?" I'm like, "What can I say? I ain't even writing nothing. I don't know what to say."
Yeah.
I just listened to them, and I was just like, "Man, I want to do this one day. This is what I was like. I want to do it. I want to do it." But I didn't have the mindset of like how to put the words together. That didn't come until after I heard. I want to say I heard it wasn't Brad, it wasn't Scarface, it wasn't NWA. I heard Tupac, Brenda's Got a Baby.
Wow.
When I heard that song, I said, I got to do this shit. There's no way that I can't do this. And I started writing. A lot of it was trash. I ain't gonna even lie to you. A lot of it was trash. But when I met Greg, I did a song called Holocaust. I want to say it was.
I remember that.
That was the first song I did with him called Holocaust. Actually, I had bought a little
MIDI board.
little keyboard, probably about this big from Radio Shack.
Yeah.
About this big.
I think we all had one.
You know what I'm saying? And they had his own beats on there, so
Yeah.
that's what I
Going
did
in.
my thing off of. And then Tony, the mutual guy that we know, he the one actually took me to the studio one day, and then I did something for Greg, and he was like, "Man, come up here and rap, man. Come do your thing, man. We can see where we go from now." And that was it. The door was closed after that. Nobody else had an opportunity. I was in the studio. I think I was in the studio more than him, Slim, and
You were.
Keepo.
You were.
Those are other rappers
Keepo.
that
You
part of
were.
the family that are
Yeah.
here right now. But
Yeah.
I was in there. I was trying to get every beat that I was dropped.
Yeah, you was in there.
Pat, and what was the Mexican guy named John?
John C.
John C. Boy,
John
C.
C.
was an animal, man.
Yeah, man. I
We
can't
need to find you,
him.
John C. I don't know where you at.
And we need to find Archivelli.
We looking for you.
Man, I thought Archie was your cousin, man.
Archie is Kenny Chiatti.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But we all, we all
Well,
ran
Archie is
together.
the one you was doing that singing
Yeah,
on the
that's what I
record
said,
with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, Archie got married, and I mean, about 8 years ago, he just went on with the married life. You know
I
what I'm saying?
understand that.
Wow.
I get it.
So
He'll be back one of
He'll
these
be
days.
back. Him and Big Mark.
Big
Big Mark.
no, I still talk to Big Mark.
Big Mark was a good
I
dude
still
too.
talk to
He
Big
was
Mark
saying,
every day.
Big Mark, I know you on the south side.
Yeah.
When the truck on buck. Ballet on the south side. It was uncut. We all screamed up.
Yeah.
That was Big Mark.
We some $1
We
million
some
gangsters,
putting it down and we ain't gonna quit. We gonna ball till we fall. From weed and alcohol.
Yeah.
$1 million gangster shit. That's Big Mark.
Yeah,
That was Big Mark. Wherever
That's
you at, Big Mark. I don't know where you at,
I
buddy.
talked to him. Yeah, all of him on my TikTok.
Hey, man.
Mark on my TikTok.
Yeah,
You did that, Big
man, I
Mark.
like to have Big
For the
Mark
record,
here, man.
you did that.
Okay. I'll tell him.
I follow him
man.
on Instagram. I
Nah,
do.
we need to find him, man.
Big Mark, we
And
coming
do this
for you,
again.
buddy.
Really though, Clip, I ain't fit to let you go, man. You ain't fit to get out the spotlight right now. You know what I'm saying? It was a song, man, that you did called "They Gon' Hate." You know what I'm saying?
Actually, it was called No Matter.
No matter what.
No matter
But-
what
but
you
it-
do, they got something to say. Sit back, relax, and laugh, blowing a killer hate. That was the song that was like, I stayed in South Park. Me and my gal stayed together, Peaches at the time, and music was my everything. That was my outlet. I didn't think about the capacity of like being a big time star. It was just, man, it was just in
It's
me.
just art. It's
It
art.
was
It was
in
a way
me.
for
It
you
was-
to
that shit just
let
to
loose.
flow out me.
Yeah,
Right.
I had my daughter with me every day, and that shit used to just, the music would just flow out me, man. I could write a song with 3-4 songs in a day, and it was just out.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. You definitely ain't lying, because the way you would come in there, you would call me, man. Hey, man, can I come in there? I said, yeah, come on. Hey, I'm here. I'm gonna be there in a minute or whatever, right? Man, I come in there, start that track, man. You will go in there without no.
And
Just
chat up.
drop it, chorus, drop it, chorus, drop it. Hey, Greg, I'll see you later. Just like that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Just
man,
like
the,
that.
The hunger was the hunger, man. The hunger I had at that time, man. My brother was gone. The dude that I rode with every day, and that was my ace. He was gone. He was doing a bid, and the music was an outlet. It was a relaxation. It was a freedom, and man, it came to me, and I was just like, shit, this is what I'm gonna do, and shit happens, but yeah.
Yeah, but look,
That was
y'all,
dope.
look.
That was dope.
Look, I hate Pat Williams not here today. Pat got a new album out.
Salute to you,
You
Pat.
know, no doubt
Salute,
about
Pat.
it. So we're gonna
PAT.
bring him in. We're gonna bring him in on the screen. We're gonna talk to Pat. But I hate he's not here in person today, because what I really want to do with Pat is kind of get these two to collaborate, so we can kind of get a track redid for that song, man. Because that song right there was so strong to me, man. To where I would put that song in, man, when I was rolling by myself and my eyes would get watered. That's just how much I love that song, dog.
Gave me chills just then.
So
That song was true, Greg.
yeah,
That song was true, 'cause, bro,
I can feel it.
at the time that I wrote that song, I watched all the dudes around me coming up.
Yeah.
And I wasn't coming up.
Yeah.
And I was in the mix with these dudes when we were selling 3 for 10s, 5 for 20s, selling drink, you know what I'm saying, 4s for 70. I'm in the mix with these dudes, but I see them doing this and I ain't moving.
Yeah, but let me tell you what I know right now. You thought they was coming up. Really, they was going down. The way I see things today.
Well, yeah, it's totally different today.
You get what I'm saying? Because let me say this, man. I'm going to have to throw this in there, especially for our audience, right? You know, back in the day, man, people would tell me, hey, Greg, man, you got it going on, man. You know, because I had cars, all of those junk.
The
You know what I'm saying?
materialistic shit.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And I definitely want this to be heard, what I'm saying right now.
Right.
You know, they'll say, man, you got it going on. But after time passed and I had retired from that type of lifestyle and I got in the Word of God, you know what I'm saying? Then is when I had it going on. All that stuff didn't mean nothing. So that's why I just had to kind of jump on that a little bit. You was younger then. It was another time. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And you said they was going up, really they was going down. Because ain't no need for that. Ain't no coming up and destroying our community. You know what I'm saying? And that go for me, you, and anybody else in here.
Respect.
Right?
Respect.
Because I had to go. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm gonna drop a little story in there right quick, right? You know, back in the day, in my early days, I wasn't no thug, but I did invest in the streets. You get what I'm saying? I played my part in it, right?
Yeah.
I'm not no better than nobody else. I didn't wear gold chains. I didn't have my pants sagged. I didn't look like a thug, but I invested money in the streets, right?
Yeah.
So after that time passed, you know, I thought, you know, let me just put it like this. After that season passed, and things started to change in my life after my daughter was born, because after that, I'm like, nah, you know, there's certain things I just won't do no more. Okay, so then, you know, I started building me a new house and this, that, and the other, right? And I didn't have that paper like I did at that season. Okay, and so I always knew that I was talented. I can hustle and all that, and I always felt like or believed I could come up anytime I wanted. But then that's when God started moving in my life, and I couldn't come up as quick as I used to. Right? But what he was doing was pressing that away from me and letting me know, no, that ain't it.
Yeah,
you heard me?
That ain't
it.
That ain't it. So as things change, you know, people would come up and they remember all that old flashy stuff that I used to have. By the way, that don't mean shit. Let me go and make that clear.
From these haters cause they mad at us. Young Slim King, bottle dropping platinum.